Hello. Good day. Oh, you're all well. Wee. See if I look like death today. Oh, not. Oh.
YouTube Studio and it's like registering.
Oops.
Yeah, if you open that off, yeah.
Been playing around with audio settings with the NDI. Hopefully, stuff will remain in sync, which it currently is. We'll find out. Half an hour to an hour, if I remember. Why is my microphone changing colours? That's not right. How dare you? Aha! Here we are! Oh! Am I? Less, more. The background removal software had an update, so we'll see if that's any better or worse. The frame rate of it seems quite low. It's a bit weird. Let's have a look. Threshold, smooth silhouette. Turn it up all the way, and does it go smoother or less or what? Not seeing anything different. Feather blend? Yeah. Just cuts my face off. Contour, no. Threshold, no. Ooh, it's not there anymore. Whee. There's more settings. Calculate every 2 frames using 8 CPU threads. Using robust matting. Well, as long as I don't move around, I'll be fine. Not seeing anything different. But no, look, why is that changing colour? Hyper Ingenuity, was it? That software application failed to run. No, it was running, it just didn't want to do anything that it's supposed to do. Great. Dark Hound, hello. What's up? It's not a beard, it's just my hair wrapping around there. I am making a video game. Ah. Not only any kind of video game, a space game. Like that game. Like A-Spec First Assault. Yeah, space combat. Tactical. Supposed to be tactical. Seek a target. Subsystems on ships, damage them, affect the overall performance, destroy turrets, equip stuff on your ship, and play a campaign. Neat. Oh. Oh, thank you. Today I'm going to try and add some modules. You hear me double? Why would you hear me double? I can only hear me the once, so... Like an echo, he says. Let's see. Like an echo, he says. Let's see. Ah, yeah. There we go. An echo. Yeah, I did say I messed around with my audio sources, so... maybe we'll just switch it back, and whether that'll fix it. We'll just switch it back, and whether that'll fix it. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Aha. Okay, fixed. Yeah, echo, audio source, stupid thing. Sorted now. Well, I was messing around with audio sources. I'll have to play around with it more offline than anything like that. More offline. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. That would have been annoying. Yeah, I'm using the NDI, so I'm using two PCs. My main PC for my development, a secondary PC to do the stream. And the NDI software that I use goes out of sync with the audio after about, well, it becomes most noticeable after an hour. I've been trying to mess around with it, see if there's a way to resolve it. But I think the only way it could possibly do that is to remove filters from it, and that would mean I could no longer listen to the audio coming from my other PC. History game, cool. Yeah, I'm quite the opposite to that. I'm not interested in historic stuff. Give me a game that's got sci-fi elements to it and I love it. But as soon as it goes like historic, I've got less interest in it. Yeah. And more modern day futuristic is my jam. Exactly. Everyone's got their own taste. There's no right or wrong there. There's always an audience. This is me gonna try and I need a fourth monitor. So these are my system modifiers, which are my passive modules.
Darkhound 2000 just followed.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah. That's the aim of the game. Making it fun and having fun. Though, fun being a game developer is a little in between, isn't it? More frustration and perseverance than fun. Right, that's going to be like 10%. Maybe these should be Gotta make sure I'm naming them correctly. If you like the work, you can make anything. My microphone's peaking, isn't it? I think more that perseverance is definitely something you need, and skill. A lot of people come along to game dev and they want to make their dream game straight away. Talk about making an MMO, open world, sandbox style type of game, and not many finish. A lot of them just burn out from it because they don't realise just how difficult it is, isn't it? And the only way you're going to really get through it is to just like build up and learn as you progress. Start small, work towards increasing it a bit over time. The echo come back again. Really? That's interesting. How bizarre. Why would that happen? Yeah, really. That's interesting. How bizarre. Why would that happen? Certainly has. Sound like I'm in a bathroom. Now the only thing I can think of is because I've installed NDI tools. So maybe I'll just have to remove the NDI tools because I'm not actually using them for anything. Bloody hell, they're big freaking... Install that, yeah, let's see what happens. Causes the streams will explode, maybe. Might have to restart OBS. Okay. Did that make any difference? Okay. Did that make any difference? Nope. Let's see. Oh, actually, it's not. Why would... Did it do it because I adjusted the volume? I wouldn't be surprised, would I? I wouldn't be surprised, would I? What is this connection thing here? Yeah, the demo is free. Why would there be an echo on? Why would there be an echo? And now it's gone. Alright, so yeah. Do you know what it is? Has the echo come back now that I've done this? Do you know what it is? Has the echo come back now that I've... yeah. Adjusting the volume in the audio mixer. Now it's gone. Has it? Oh my word. I'm garbage. So let's try and adjust this. Average. So let's try and adjust this. Is that any better? Is that any better? Okay, that's a bit shit. Yeah, much better. Yeah, so I just can't adjust the volume in audio mixer, and I guess I need to move the microphone further away from me now because I'm talking louder. And just avoid touching that volume slider. Hey, we're learning new things. It's all shit. Fantastic. Yeah, try the demo. Let me know how you feel of it. Looking for feedback in regards to what works, what doesn't work. Most people are polite enough just to say, "Oh yeah, it's a nice demo," and then that's it. Being nice and being nice alone does not help. Might as well do it that way. When you do the training and you're in the launch screen, it'd be nice to know what everything is. The launch screen in training. So what basic, what everything is in here. Like what specifically do you not understand in here? What could I do to make it understandable and relatable? That is very basic stuff, isn't it? I mean, how do you present that information to make it understandable? So you want to know exactly what each button does, but how do I present that to the player so that they would understand what it is? That's the next thing, because the basic thing is like experimentation. Like click on it and then find out like, ooh, I've got nothing loaded on here. So I click on it and I go, oh, I've got nothing in here. What is going on now? Interesting. Oh, great. The demo's broke. A tutorial, yeah. A tutorial in there, maybe. That's no good, is it? Look at that. You definitely don't want to go in there because you'll never be able to complete the tutorial. Why is it stripped everything out of there? You fix things and you break things. You fix things and you break more things and you don't even understand how you done it. Interesting. Ah, another bug. Well, I found something. Going into launch tutorial, then click loadout and weapons and equipment stripped. Then you can go into mission without the expected loadout. Bollocks. Of it will come down to just playing. What happens when I click clear all? Oh, it clears everything. What happens when I click default? Oh, it's restored what I had in there before. What happens when I click loadout? Oh, a different screen. What happens if I click strip? Oh, restore. Oh, so I could do tooltips, but that'll just get in the way. And how do I get it to highlight those tooltips? I mean, as soon as I mouse over, then it could be getting in the way of the UI. I mean, quite literally, a tutorial screen. This is out of game tutorial screen that I started writing as to try and give players a bit of an understanding on it, but be better in game. Maybe when you press a key, then it highlights certain panels. Click next and it'll tell you about the next panel. But it's whether or not me immediately knowing doesn't mean it's bad, because good user interface design, you can hazard a guess what will happen and then you can experiment and change it. And now the audio's out of sync. Try low latency on that. Getting overwhelmed with the info. Yeah. You want the text to so there's a lot to digest, so you can feel overwhelmed, but the pacing of it, right, so most of the screens anyway aren't going to progress until you interact with something. So you can read it and then it tells you to do something, then you do it, and then I'll progress on to the next bit. So that was my way at trying to get it so that, you know, you can progress at a bit more of your own pace on there. But yeah, having the dialogue show and then wait for like press the button to continue, I have thought about that in my mind. And the way I've combated it in a minute is literally the dialogue that gets presented to you in the tutorial. Is up here as well. I mean, the first bit is just saying, welcome to the tutorial, which it didn't even show that bit of information. So this is like, okay, here's text. Nothing progresses until, yeah, it takes 30 seconds unless you pause it and they'll stay up there. Can't hear me now. What is going on? Up there. Can't hear me now. Well, audio's there. That's. Little person there. What's going on? What? Why? Why have I got a tiny portion of me there on the ad screen? Alright, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, so I want to make this open and available as a log so you can review it and peruse it. I get what you're saying about the text progression, but like, so yeah, okay, maybe have it on there. But I don't have that ability at the minute, so when it comes to this point, you can now do it at your own pace. So while you might feel like you've been inundated with information, that information is really irrelevant to the actual tutorial. It's just saying, hey, we're gonna show you on there. But I don't know yet how to handle that dialogue. So it could be a case of that when that dialogue comes up, well, you're playing in a game, so do I just pause the game, interrupt the gameplay if I do that when dialogue appears? Not to look at what? If the game told you not to look at what at the moment? You're meant to read it. I don't understand what you're talking about. The launch screen again, or you're talking about? Well, it's a tutorial. It's for you to look and discover and investigate and play around isn't it? So you want to play around with it. It's telling you in view only mode. It's broken at the minute, so I need to fix that, obviously. Also, it'd be more helpful that if we are in view only mode, then maybe these buttons shouldn't be working. But it's your first time there, so I expect you to be confused in not understanding immediately information presented to you, because it is new information, but it's not stopped you from launching into the game. What I'm looking for is something stopped you from actually being able to progress, rather than immediately understanding everything presented to you on the screen, because on here it's like, well, someone new to the game might not understand immediately what's being presented to them. And that's why I also don't use icons when I'm using text to present information, so we know that options is this. But if you had a cog, someone who's not new to video games might struggle. Let's see. So to use your arrow keys, it would present that. Did the mouse not steering not pop up as well? So look what happens. There you go. So steer left and right, you can use your arrow keys or your mouse. The glyph needs to be better in that case, doesn't it? To show that you can steer left and right by moving your mouse. So did you move your mouse up and down? It will do nothing, because it's telling you to pitch your... So the game also locks controls to avoid you doing something that you shouldn't do. So you also need to read the information and perform the action that's being presented to you. Well, this is one I changed because people could have flight sticks. Anyway, but I'm definitely not saying it's perfect. The question is, does it stop you from getting through? And then you see the text is only progressing when I interact with a control. So if you're just going to quickly push the controls, then you will feel that you're bringing too much up there, so it's slow your pace. Move at your own pace, in effect, on there. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's things on there. I'm planning on changing all the glyphs anyway, because Kenny, you know, the asset guru, he's released a bunch of new controller glyphs, which will do a lot better than what I've got here at the minute. Because of the past of the game. Yeah, maybe. this game isn't going to be for people like Action Crowd. There is depth to the game. You need to spend time with it. It's not just a quick pick up and play, and you expect to like get the basics down right. So it's like you've got to pay attention to the tutorials. This is more my level of gameplay back in the 90s, not now where gameplay has evolved to the point where press X to do anything, sort of thing. I don't expect you, that's fine. But always expecting that. So like things I took on from you is having the text presented more slowly, like button press to keep on moving. And when it comes to the ship loadout screen, then yeah, I need to think of a way of presenting stuff on a tutorial, which is not going to be that F1 key which brings up a web page or the Steam guide, because that's just a temporary way, but more in game. Excuse me. Yeah, Trello is free. Just go sign up for an account and create cards and do that. Quite easy to get into. Well, thanks for the advice. Oh my word. Ugh. It's not even midday and I'm already tired. Rubbish. Let's see, explosive. Small. E-Wagon. So, make a copy of that. Right, 5%. That's 7.5. I could burn myself out already. Woo! So maybe I want it that way. Oh, that's better. At least we can now see them grouped. So much to do in a Trello page. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know. 7 done for this next version, which will be 15 to do. Well, 15 to come up after what I'm doing now. Another 41 to do for gameplay. Another 7 for AI. Another 7 for the level editor. Ongoing stuff that I need to keep in mind. 54. Known bugs and issue. 14. Ideas. 89. Stuff I've done. 1,257. So, you know, it was soon become apparent that you're doing more. Just keep track of everything you're doing. And keep your project in scope and keep cutting stuff out that you don't need to do. So you get it completed in a reasonable time. But we all start at 0. And we all end when we choose to end. Ooh. He's trying to make a game similar to Sword Art Online. That would take a long time. It certainly would. No, not really. What's your experience in background of making video games? You done it before? What's the largest game you've made? Okay, so you've tried to make something that is your dream game the last 8 years, and you've not got anywhere with it. Your scope's too big. If you're not making progress and not getting anywhere with it, then you need to start smaller. There's no simple way around it. This is the voice of experience for someone who was in a similar situation as you. I worked on my first game when I was 18. I am now 45 next month. I've only released one commercial game. I made a couple of small games and then I started making something bigger, and I gave up on it when I got to the point of something that was not that interesting, and also being disheartened by the amount of feedback that I got. And that project took several years to get to the point where I gave up on it. And then I put it around and made smaller things, and then I came to Unity about 15 years or so back, 14 years ago, and decided I'll make my game again. And that took 10 years for me to actually finish the game. And a teacher's not going to help you greatly. Sure, it might give you ideas, but you need to develop those skills, and you need to structure your learning to help you to get to that finish point. And the best way to do that is to make small games. Make a small game, you can keep it in the same theme and whatnot as your ideal game, and you can just make it small, even a small piece of your ideal game, and then build up on it over time. Do it that way. And the reason being is then you will have progress. You will have games that you've released. You understand how to make a game. You understand how to release a game. You'll understand how to interact and get feedback on your game, and how to deal with people reporting bugs or issues with your game. And you reiterate and keep doing that until, whenever you give up. And eventually you might make your final game. But if you do it that way, your final game will be a lot better off than you trying to do it all at once. because you then developed all that skills and experience and feedback and learning what worked and what didn't, and you're able to apply it as you progress and build up a framework for your game and make it something better than if you literally just try to throw everything in the pot and make it there and then with what skills you currently have and trying to learn stuff as you go along. Don't know what your teacher's doing for you, how that goes, but with programming, the only thing you really need to understand is the flow of logic, how information works, what you're putting in, how it goes. Once you've got a firm grasp of, like, let's put it as simple as we can do, flowcharts, understanding the flow of information going from one thing to another, or not just information but processes, interactions, you'll start coding better that way anyway. And then you can just learn stuff as you go along, and I don't want to dishearten you. Game dev is really tough. It is difficult, but you need, so you get the best out of it, you should start small, make small projects and gradually increase and make them bigger. And maybe you want to, well, it's up to you really how you go about that. Most people will just ignore this advice and go and think that they know better and make the big game anyway, and a lot of them will fail. So if you've got the fortitude to keep it up, just keep cracking on with it, and I hope all the best for you. Make sure you've got a plan as well, and avoid scope creep, and keep reviewing your progress of your game every month and decide to cut features that aren't important. That's the only reason I got Absolute Territory releases, that I kept cutting back on the features I wanted in the game. So it was never the game that was my ideal dream game. It got to the point where I just wanted to release a video game, and I managed to get it out the door. And now I'm making small, the plan was to make small updates and build on the framework. So this game I'm working on now, intentionally it would have been released within a year to 18 months of when I started working on it. But life got in the way, and now here we are. Sucks. Yo, presto. Generation scripts, right? Took me 6 months to make a level editor. You know, that level editor that I gave up on when I was 18. I finally did it, and I'm still adding to it. Horny bread. You trying to poke me with your horny bread? Is that what you're trying to do, Costa? With your turkey neck? Just trying to scare me. You're just trying to be nice. Okay, well, if you've got that machine out of Tron that you can digitize it and recreate it here, send it away. Bit of jam, please. What if you just want to regurgitate it like a turkey? No, thank you. Oh wow, ads. I'm going to make myself a brew. You alright, man? Oh. Roguelick is horny bread, literally. Nice. And baguette is also horny bread, but in a different way. Those horny French bakers, eh? Making all those horny items. Excuse me. Let's see, so we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we need to do large. I think the higher we go with these percentages, then there should be some sort of greater cost. But we've just eyeballed the costings at the minute, so I won't worry about that now. It's just something to keep in mind for when we do. Probably need to do that with the ships as well. See how that works. How can I test it? Skirmish, I think that should have everything in there. It's now in the shop, sure it should be in there. Excuse me, but were my modules? Oh, I'll tell you where they are. They are not defined anymore, are they? Put it in a different window, why don't you? Oh, right. They also need to be flags, don't they? Yeah. They also need to be flags. Where's Visual Studio gone? Do I close it now? Oh, silly of me. I'm not set it as a flag. Silly me. I'm looking for the mount. How many different places have I got? Oh dear me. Uh, So we have now got two types of enums. One where we can have multiple selections of that, and another one where we can only have singular. And that can be in what? In this namespace. And then this is really, why is it not showing up? Oh. So it supports multi-sizes. Why are you being weird now? That's quite literally that namespace. Oh. There we go. Had to be in the framework. See, that's the other problem. I started using, what's it called? Assembly definitions in Unity. And that means my code cannot be spaghetti anymore. And now I have to slowly try and incorporate all my code back into that framework without it referencing each other. And it took me a month to get that far, and there's still a long way to go. I have no idea when I'll next touch it. How do go around and change all my... Buh. Smoke distilleries, thank you. I do wonder if there's a way to handle that. That's actually single size, thank you. Yeah, lovely. So they're all individual. You can tell there's no none in there. So when I come back to you, and these, yeah, allow me to do multiples. Question is, do I want multiple ones at this point? Leave it for now. We can always quite easily backtrack and just make it so it's only single and not multiple. It's like, ooh, yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Oh, shit. Uh, I have to do it like that. Uh-huh. Well, that's how it's gonna be, so that's the way it has to be. If this was already well implemented, then I wouldn't be doing this. Because it would literally mean all the values get adjusted. So in future, to add more, you'd add them on the end. To avoid breaking anything else, and I'm probably doing it wrong anyway. Maybe I should just do that in the first place. So we're not faffing around with everything else. Just use your brain, Dan. Just add it on the end. So with the editor. Like that, see? That way existing things don't get broken. So you can see that was saying extra small now, even though would have been small. And now we can. I think we just answered our question on this. Hmm. Oh, get over. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't work. So stupid. What am I doing? I don't know. Making life difficult. Just keep it like that. Who cares? Might change my mind again down the line. Like that, you know. I don't know. Yeah, that's better. Seems to be online, so no. Oh look, compilation error. So we should have the same functionality as if it was modifying equipping turrets. So now we've got passive modules there, we only see the small ones, I would hope. Yeah. Why am I not seeing the others? No? Oh, look at that. Oh dear. Well, it recognises the size, but why is it not? Oh. Huh. So what is it doing? So it creates that. Live view filters will be coming in there, and then choosing which it should be showing. So we come in and it's like, do we have compatibilities? We do. And which one's this? Did it add it? Did it not? So we have engine optimizer. Which is a small fitting. Small fitting. Small. What module products have you found then? So small. Small. So it's not loading all the products in. Why not? So it should be getting it all. So why is it not? What is it actually doing? We come in and we've got 8 in all inventory. Oh, that'll be why. Because we haven't added them into our factories list. Hey! See, there's only 8 items in here. Excuse me. Oh. Sinew. Yeah, I can't do that, can I? Projectile. Haven't done that one yet. There we go. That's the ones. And then we like so we're gonna save it. Populate. Call on out. Make a change. Fly override. And then all numbers there. So now we should have those modules in the game. Oh, you may. So we got them, and then we click, and we got more. There we go. Excuse me. Well, that's took a lot out of me. We've only just reached the afternoon part of the day. Woo. Well, given how tired I am, I'm not going to force myself to continue like I tried to do yesterday. Feeling it now, so I'm just going to stop and see where I am tomorrow. Try to do a bit more, or maybe I'll do something different. Try and add myself as a bit of a variety streaming rather than just game dev. Question is, what video game would I play? I did try picking up, well, I did pick up a game that I thought would be interesting to me. Gave me Command and Conquer vibes, but unfortunately, it didn't. Didn't hit the spot. That's called Silica. Because it's like single player, multiplayer, but I played the single player. As soon as you're dead, unless you've reached a checkpoint, you've got to replay that part of the mission. And the mission I was playing, where you were just on your own coming up against a bunch of enemies, you die in 3 hits, so that wasn't fun, considering you can't heal yourself or do much, and they'll get at least 1 hit in when you're reloading your weapon. So that means you can die quite easily, but then you've got base building aspect and the game crashed when I tried to do that, unfortunately, so maybe I'll come back to this when it's actually released and complete and see how it is then, but yeah, not my cup of tea at the moment, unfortunately. But I hope it does get better, because it looks cool. certainly looks cool. Alright, thanks for watching. And have a good day. And let's see. Is it worth raiding? No. Bye.